there is a belief floating around out there. It could be the belief that is holding your big dreams back, wearing you out, making you feel that maybe the life and the vision that you have for yourself is just not possible. And that's why I'm sharing this video today, because by the end, I want you to feel like, actually, I challenge that belief and I'm going to replace it with something better. And that belief is that maybe you're just not wired to handle big things. Maybe, maybe that's for other people, but you always seem to get overwhelmed, or just when you're making progress on what you want to be doing, you fall off track. Maybe you feel like you take two steps forward and three steps back, or maybe you just feel like my client did, that she just always, I just love how we stress that word, always, I always bite off more than I can chew. That is what I want to change, because it's not accurate. There is no way, I'm going to shatter it right now. There's just no way that you could have big dreams, a lot of ideas, beautiful things you want to create, but not be wired to handle them. Just that's for other people. I'm just a dreamer. I have the dreams, but I don't have what it takes is not true. It's not accurate. And I know that this belief is floating around because I've heard it more than once. I've coached hundreds of super feelers who are very ambitious, and they have beautiful big dreams. In fact, they have the most beautiful ideas that I've never heard. Okay, like ideas that need to be in the world. If you are one of those super feelers, please tune in right now, because I want you to leave this video knowing that everything that you have for a vision for yourself is absolutely possible. You couldn't have the idea wouldn't have chose you, your dream wouldn't have chose you if you were not wired to make it happen. It is actually why your ideas picked you. It is why your dream picked you, because you are the one who can bring it to life. But not if you feel that you're just not wired to handle big things. And I know maybe you're thinking, well, I have proof. I have proof that every time I get excited about something, I make my little list and I start working on it, and I end up overwhelmed. I always burn out. I do that thing that you said. I do bite off more than I can chew, or just when I think that things are coming together, my life blows up. Now, my client was giving me lots of examples like that. And she was also giving me lots of reasons. It was like she had already, her mind had already come up with the proof that she wasn't wired for big things. I didn't mean to, but I kind of chuckled out loud. I was like, that is absolutely not accurate at all. But I get it. I get it from that perspective. You have the receipts. I got the proof, right? I got it right here. Here's all the times where I started and then I got overwhelmed and then I burned out and then I had to rest and then I had to recoup and then I would start again and then I would get overwhelmed and we just continue in this loop, in this cycle. And so her thought process, which I get it made sense. Maybe because I'm taking on too much, maybe I should take on less. Maybe I should dwindle, like minimize my dreams. Maybe I'm reaching too high. Maybe it's not, shooting for the stars. Maybe I should just really minimize what I'm really looking at and just shoot for something a little safer, a little, smaller, something more doable. Ew. I mean, I'm not saying don't go for things that you want, that it doesn't always have to be, it's really everyone's own definition of what a big dream is. But I'm going to challenge, maybe you're not even dreaming big enough. She said, what? I said, maybe you should dream bigger. Because if you're not dreaming of things that actually light you up or inspire you, you're going to get real bored with that as well. So it's not, oh, I'm going to be bored or I'm going to be overwhelmed. There's a whole nother version of the story. And my thing is, don't think about taking on more, like, oh, not so much. And don't think about taking on less, but let's look at what Let's look at what you are taking on. Let's look at what is already on your plate, because many times what I find my clients are doing, been there myself, is that they already have this overloaded plate of other people's things. They have we have everyday responsibilities, right? We have chores, errands, we have things we have to take care of, we have work, we have that, but also on their plates are everybody else's whatever, everybody else's problems, things they're worrying about. They're worrying about what so and so is going through. They're worrying about what this person said, maybe about them or thinks about them. And there's just a lot of things already going on that have nothing to do with the dream version that they want for their life. Nothing, no thing, nothing to do with it. So we have to really look at, so this is where we go into what I call my AAA. We have to assess, address, and then adjust. So first we assess what's already there. After we did that, she started to realize, there's not a lot about what I want in there. It's a lot of everybody else. And it's a lot of things that I'm worrying about that haven't even happened. It's a lot of things that I'm worrying about that are also out of my control. And so we started to dial it back. We not dial back what she was taking on, but her focus. We started to bring her focus more internally. What do I want? What works for me? What is on my plate that's not working for me, that is not moving me in the direction that I want to go? And once we had a pretty, we put it all out in the open, one, it wasn't so scary. And two, it started to give her a lot of clarity. Oh, I see a lot of what I don't want. No wonder I feel overwhelmed. Who wants to get up every day? I don't. And dive into all the things we don't want to deal with or we don't want to take care of. And half of the things weren't even hers to take care of in the first place. So that's what really made it interesting. Now, once we assessed everything, we started to address what needs to go, what gets eliminated. And this is where a lot of the support comes in for my clients, helping them really understand how to approach things, how to have those conversations, how to eliminate what's not working. We can say, oh, just be ruthless and like eliminate it and get rid of it if it's not working for you. And that is very true, but how? Right? So working with my clients on how to do that, because once she started to eliminate these things that were not working, not moving her in the direction of her dreams, were actually stressing her out. Not only did she have more time, she had more energy. And she had a lot more space to fill with the things she wanted to be focused on. And we had to get her really clear also, what is that vision? Because sort of creating a vision for your life that feels safe might not actually be what fulfills you. And that's a lot of what she was finding. So we got really clear on who she is and what she wanted, who she wanted to spend time with, what her ideal life would look like, what was that dream vision. And then we started to clear things. She started to get rid of that. And I'm happy to say that once you do that, once you start looking at really what you are investing your time and your energy in, and you remove and eliminate the tolerations, the things, the obligations, the things you think you're supposed to be doing. She also had a little bit of that. We all do that sometimes. I thought I was supposed to do it this way. I thought I had to do this. And so we get really clear about those things. You just free up so much time and energy. And she started to realize, like, actually, I have a lot more capacity than I thought. Because you may believe also along with this that if you think I'm just not wired to handle big things, it's also putting your capacity at quite a limitation, right? You have a limited capacity. So sometimes we'll say, oh, well, there's only 24 hours in a day. But capacity is changeable. It's not limited, it's changeable. So that really makes you unlimited in what you can handle. It's all about that what. What are you putting on your plate? And what is either draining or accelerating, draining or energizing you? And what does that look like? And when you start to really get that very clear, now she started to realize, oh, I'm not as limited as I was believing, but I had the proof, I had the receipts. I'm seeing it now though. I'm seeing how I free up time. She wasn't just seeing it though, she was feeling it. She was feeling that rush of energy, not just in the beginning stage of the cycle where you get excited, you get inspired, but it was all the way through. And being able to have tangible results, tangible things that she could prove to herself, I am doing this. I am handling these things. Also understanding how to shift her mindset, how to work with when a limitation would come up, gave her that empowerment to move her energy and move her mind in the moment. So she was adjusting on the fly. So she assessed, she addressed, she's adjusting. And the results were quite beautiful. And she found also that being in flow was a lot more fun when it wasn't forced, when she wasn't trying to force herself to get things done, but she was just finding that her dreams were taking priority. She was a priority, that she could come from this inside out approach instead of trying to manage everything from the outside in, which is impossible without feeling overwhelmed or frustrated, stuck. It's just really about getting clear. What do you want? Is your time and energy going to what you want? Are you investing your time and energy in the areas of your life that are fulfilling for you, that bring you joy, that make you feel most alive and activated? If they're going into other areas, other other people, yes, it's awesome that we love to help other people, but I will tell you the best way to help anyone in your life is to live inspired, is to live in a way that you show up and your energy is amazing. You show up and light up the room. If you're showing up overwhelmed and stressed and feeling off track or feeling like, oh, maybe I'm just not wired to handle big things, it's not helping anyone. It's definitely not helping you. And that is just not what I want. The whole pushing and working harder, don't get me wrong, I love working hard, but only when I'm investing that time and energy in the right things. But the whole pushing ourselves is like an old era. And now this is a new energy that we're working with, specifically for ambitious super feelers who are really tired of feeling very limited and tired of feeling too tired, not enough time, always fall off track. There's just such a better way to do this. It's a lot more fun where you're creating more of these confetti-worthy moments and days and feeling on top of your game and seeing your ideas and your dreams come forward. Where are you proving to yourself that you're not wired for big things? Instead, prove to you you are wired for big things. I do want you to live a life that feels most you, that you wake up and you feel not only appreciative for another day, but you feel most alive. You have these ideas and these dreams for a reason. They chose you. And my job is to help you bring those forward. That's what this channel is all about. That's why I share these videos. That's why I want to have these conversations. We need your ideas. We need your dreams. That will make the world a brighter place. It's not about how much you take on, it's about what you are taking on and what is that return. I call it my ROE. What is my return of energy on this? Right? So we want to start to look at those things and bring some capacity and expansion into your world. If you found this video, by the way, you're already in expansion. You've already been looking, you've been asking, you've been searching, and here you are, here we are. It's so great. It's so amazing. Really, thank you so much for hanging out with me and being so awesome. Until next time, bye for now. Okay, I'm just gonna test the sound. Test the sound. And I have chipmunks. I have little chippies running all over. But I like to be outside because it's really nice out. This one's coming right up on me. I got chippies to the right. I got chippies right there. Oh, there's going to be a chippy chase in about 2 seconds because the one that lives right there is going to chase that one. There they go. Okay, back to our program.